Well, good afternoon. It's another chat with the chairman, and we're very proud today to be with Ismail Sarhan. How are you, Ismail?
Thank you, Shahram. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on this coffee with the chairman.
Pleasure. It's our pleasure for you to join. So let's start off. Tell us about yourself and where you started your studies and life, and how you came to Dubai.
All right. So I'm from Lebanon, basically originally from Lebanon. I born and grew up in Lebanon, and I start working on the early age, so working and studying at the same time. I started working in retail industry, and to support my parents and to support my study as well. And after that, I joined the university in Lebanon, the Lebanese university. I started studying psychology there, and I got a chance to travel to Saudi Arabia. So I said, okay, let's take a break from a little bit from the psychology and move to Saudi Arabia to see how things going in the GCC. So I moved to GCC, and I stuck, but it was actually very good for me because I've been growing in my career, and I started working in trading and retail market. And then I moved to Dubai. I used to visit Dubai very often because I was working in a company where I was handling the GCC. So basically, I used to travel out between Lebanon, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. 2012, I got the chance to join one of the biggest beverage company here in the UAE, National Food Products. So I work with them. I work with them as a business development manager, and I said, okay, now, well, what happened to my study? I need to continue. So I joined the University of Bolton in the UAE.
Oh yes.
So I used to have my classes from 4 to 9 p.m. every day. So I leave home at 7 and back at midnight. And after that, I graduated. And
how long did that take, Ismail?
3 years. 3 years, including summer. 3 years
while working. Oh, that's
so there was, yeah, and there was no break at all. There was no break at all. So imagine that how was that? But I was enjoying it because I was enjoying it. I was studying business, and why I was enjoying it because whatever I learned from the from practical, I was seeing it at the academical wise in the at the university. So people usually they go to academic and they learn, and then they go to the practical life. So I start in the opposite side. So I start with the practical and the real experience, real work, real engagement. And then after that, I studied the business at the university. So this helped me actually to put things in order and to organize my approach thinkings. And yes, and I graduated with the international business from the University of Bolton. So before joining the CBC, I was always, involved in my work. So my world, my things, my network it was only my world. This means the work and around my work and around my industry. But I always feel that there is something missing, and I need to do more than that. And I feel that I can do more than that. I'm capable to do more than that. I cannot limit myself for only, let's say, 8 to 5 job. So then I said, okay, I need to look for something where I can contribute, where I can also gain, because I always believe in the transferable skills. And this will not happen if you don't meet new people, we don't engage yourself with the different industries as well. Yes. So the first time in 2019, I saw a post. It was by accident. I saw one post about Shark Tank UAE. So since that, I always follow a lot of entrepreneur business people, and I know about Shark Tank. So I was very curious to know what is Shark Tank. Is it the same Shark Tank like US, Canada, or something else? Then wow, it's the Canadian Business Council. So it was my first event, I think in 2019 to the CBC. So when I went to the event and I was enjoying it, and I figured out that I'm really losing and missing a lot. And I contacted the Sangeeta and I start checking. So what's the CBC? What they're doing? So after a couple of events with them, I said that this is my place. I don't want to look more. This is my place, just here in Dubai. So and then I joined the CBC, and
let me ask you a question. Had you been to Canada at that time? Before that?
Oh yeah. I travel every year to Canada. Yeah, so I've been in Canada. I go in. So we love the country. We love people there. We love the diversity there. So I said, okay, it's like kind of it's like back home, but it's here. So you meet people alike. You meet people from different industries.
That's
same alignment, same thinking.
Yeah.
So the environment is very healthy. So I was enjoying it. And then I didn't hesitate. I just joined to the Canadian Business Council as a member. And I was and still very active. And I like to attend all events. I don't like to miss one certain event. Sometimes, but because of my work, I obliged to maybe be away in certain event, but I always do my best to attend most of the event.
That's true. Yes, you're always there.
Yeah. So almost after a year and a half, then there was this the election to run for the board member, and I ran for the election, and I get the seat in the as a board member and executive board member, and I'm very proud of that. Let me tell you, the life before CBC is totally different. As I said that because you limit yourself with your industry, with certain people from around your industry. But the CBC opened doors for everybody to also have insights and to have also knowledge about other industries, about other people. We're talking here about a private sector or a government sector. So what I do there now at the CBC as a board member, involved in all this event and involved with the other people in either the private sector or government. I feel very proud of doing that, and believe me, every day, and each event is an added value for me on a personal level, a professional level. And I believe that I met a lot of people, and I met a lot of Canadians here in the UAE. So if they're not a member, I always tell them what they're missing. And but life is different from one person to another person. So some people they don't like this the crowd, they don't like the big event, and some people they have their ambition, they have their vision, they have their targets in life. So we are different. We are different approach. But yeah, I have a few people. They're still they joined already the CBC as a member, and whenever we meet, they always telling me, "Thank you for referring us. Our life is being changed."
Yeah.
So and I'm very proud of that.
You have a very inspiring story, Ismail. Very inspiring, truly, because I didn't realize your connection to Canada was. I mean, I knew that you'd been there, etc. But it's very inspiring, I think, to a lot of people in Dubai who are looking at joining the CBC, that the Canadian Business Council is home for people who are not necessarily Canadian, but they do share the values of diversity, equality, opportunity, fairness, and the social opportunity that you have to meet these different people. It really is a very interesting opportunity, and you are the example of someone who joined for that, and now you're a board member. So it's very inspiring.
Yes, as I said, it's open doors for a lot of opportunities, to meet with different people. And I always tell people that if you are from a trading industry or an education industry, if you join us, the CBC, we put you in contact with the right people from your industry. So if you want to develop your business, or you want to open a business here or in Canada or vice versa, we can always connect you with people from your own industry where you can meet and talk and come up with the plans. So I believe the Canadian Business Council is really providing and helping a lot of people here in Canada. And you know that this is a non-profit organization. So whatever we do is just to bring people together to help the Canadian community in the UAE, and to help the non-Canadian in the UAE who would like to invest in Canada as well, or maybe want to go for a study or a business in Canada. So so our job, I feel that we're giving back to the Canadian community, we're giving back to Canada. This is the least that we can do, you know.
Yes, no, it is a phenomenal country. That's very true. But thank you for your service to the Canadian Business Council, and the inspiration really that you bring to so many who could join and hopefully will join based on the exact example that you set. So now you've been in the Canadian Business Council. Of course, you're very active, and you know, you're at most events, and you know about you know, the CBC. What do you, if we look at the future for the Canadian Business Council, what are your hopes of what the Canadian Council should do, Canadian Business Council? What is it that we should do more, we should do better, we should do different? What are your thoughts there?
Well, I believe that maybe we are active, definitely, but there is no limit. I believe that we can more active, we can be involved more and more with the Canadian businesses in the UAE and abroad. I think maybe we can have more collaboration between the Canadian Business Council and the Canadian Embassy in the UAE and in consulate. We can provide a lot. I believe that the future for the Canadian Business Council, they can be the right arm of the Canadian Embassy in the UAE, and we support them with all their events and their businesses or delegation, which is we're doing now. But I believe there's more room to do there, so we can be more active with them as well.
Okay, thank you.
The second thing that I believe that moving forward, maybe we can grow our staff. Because when we grow our activities, definitely you need more staff and you need more manpower. So also this is something that I believe the Canadian Business Council will grow in the future here in the UAE. Besides that, what the team they've done, sign agreement between other business council. It was amazing. That also give the exposure and for other people who doesn't know about us. So I live in the UAE now almost 10 years, and I just came to know about the Canadian Business Council almost 4 years back.
Yep.
And I know that they've been here, the Canadian Business Council, available since a long time back. So it's I believe that we need to more on the our audience, how to reach more people, so to grow this family.
Excellent. Yes, absolutely. And that's interesting. You mentioned that. It's going in my head that I think we need to talk about this at the next board meeting, the general board meeting, just about strategy and how we think we should grow. So thank you for that. And we look forward to your leadership on that to help us with the marketing and the strategy.
It's always a pleasure. It's always my pleasure, Shahram. Thank you very much.
Thank you, pleasure. And then finally, so you've told us about your education and how you worked. Interesting, you're working with your parents to help and do business. And really, that's where you learn your business skills. I think parents are a fantastic way to learn. There's no other way than to get thrown into the pool, and then you have to swim and help and do all that. Then you become such a good and effective business person as you are. But tell us about your moving on to the personal side. Tell us about your hobbies. What is it that you enjoy doing personally in your free time that relaxes you? Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, I always split my time, my free time. We call it me time, and then family time. So me time, I'm very active in a football club. So we play on a weekly basis. We never miss a match. So we've been playing together in the same team since 2016.
My goodness.
So we never stop. We never stop. And also, I've been playing basketball in the Al-Sir Trading basketball team almost a year now. Almost a year. I do cycling. So this is the free time that kind of hobbies. And beside that, I read. But I look at a lot of webinar and business talk more than reading. So this is the me time. Now, definitely also I have my family. I have 2 kids. So my kids actually I have my daughter, she's 13 years old. And I have my son, he's 6 years old. They have a different hobbies, they have a different interest. So my daughter into reading, she reads 1 to 2 books every week.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow.
And she's into science. She's into science, and she's into swimming and horse riding. So this is what we do. This is for my daughter, and she's been this is her 3rd year. She's studying at the Golden Hills School, which is available in Strathmore, Alberta. So this is my daughter. My son David, he's into more into games and PlayStations. And so when you talk to him, he always talking about Minecraft and Lego, and but he's very smart, very creative. This is one of the things that Lucy Shaw actually launched her book, Changing the Game. Because now, before, let's say my parents or my grandparents, they always tell us that the video game, it will let's say it will spoil your head, spoil your brain. Correct. It's not good, because there was no education at that time. But now if you see that the games, it's totally different games, educational games. It's let the kids that to use their solving thinking technique. So how to solve things in gaming, and this will apply on their real life. So he's into this stuff, more into gaming. Yes, he likes sport. Again, he just recently he started liking the football, soccer, and still he's into gaming.
Fantastic. So, well, and then, so many children are. It's modern days, and gaming.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, well, go ahead. Yeah.
So this is the free time.
That's the free time. Yeah, not much free time. You're very busy.
Yeah, no much free time.
Well, good.
So the weekend, actually, I don't feel it. It's just finished like a 2 seconds, not 2 days.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about yourself. We certainly feel that we know you better, and we appreciate it. I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Shahram. Always a pleasure, and I'm very proud of what I have achieved at the CBC. And I always ask other people to join to see what's happening there, what they are missing there, how the CBC can change their personal life and professional life.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate all your support and inspirational. Thank you, Ismail.
My pleasure, Shahram. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All the best.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.